Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Segula Technologies podcast on new challenges for engineering careers. In each episode of this mini-series, we will explore a major market trend with concrete examples from Segula Technologies. I'm Kayla, and I'm pleased to welcome Sonia Foss, Deputy Director of Human Resources at Segula, to the podcast. In this first episode, let's discuss with her the new challenges facing engineers. Hello, Sonia.
Hi, Kayla.
Sonia, to start in just a sentence or two, could you pitch us Segula?
Yes, of course. I'm very happy to be with you today. And a quick pitch about who is Segula. We are an engineering worldwide company with 12,000 engineers basically in 30 countries. So more or less on each and every regions of the world. We are working in the industry, the global industry. So if you think about the major brands, for example, in the automotive business or the aerospace business, the railway, there's always, I would say, almost always a singular engineer behind on the backstage, working to make sure that the customer reached his goals.
Great, thanks. What prompted you to do this podcast?
That's a very good question. Actually, thank you. The thing is that engineering sectors is moving so fast today that in the industry is having so many needs that we really believe this is the good moment to talk to engineers, to tell them about what is expected in the near future and how they can fit in that new world. So that's one. And second point is also that we don't really talk to engineers too much. Usually, I would say the companies are not really taking the chance to talk to engineers. So we wanted to do that. And we wanted also to have that chance to give advices and also to those who are listening to us, for sure.
Throughout this interview, we're going to be talking about engineers. But I'm just curious, are we talking about any kind of engineers?
We are recruiting 6,000 employees within Segula each year in France and in all the countries where we are, 30 countries. So some of the people today who are interested in Segula's opportunity to go on our career website. Globally, in the industry, we will still need to have mechanical engineers, industrial engineers, software engineers, even if when you look at the statistics, it's true that software engineers are the population that is really growing very fast. But you don't have to forget about having mechanical engineers will still be key for the future. And the thing is, the main difference will be that they will be using different tools and different techniques, but they'll still be needed in the future.
Great, thanks. So let's get into the main topic today. What are the main challenges that engineers face?
Oh, there are a lot of challenges today. So actually, yes, that's why we're talking today to you engineers, and we want you to make sure that you know everything. Maybe first to summarize in three main challenges. The first one would be the technical one. And basically, I'm talking about the industry of the future, what we call Industry 4.0. And that just rose 10 years ago, more or less, in companies. And that we know, for example, we're using a lot of digitalization in industries to faster some processes. We use artificial intelligence. Also, we can talk about ChatGPT. So those are brand new for companies. And frankly, they don't really know how to handle that. And they have to learn about how it works and how it can be helpful for the engineers as well. They will have to also face these challenges to maybe become, I would say, augmented engineers. So that will be helped by the data. Second is making sure that today the industry is globalizing. We have a lot of merger and acquisition. If you talk and if you think about, again, the main industrial brands, the main automotive brands all over the world, they are just merging to create one big international company. It means for engineers that they don't have to know, not only think about my job in my office with my colleagues, but they also have to face the reality that they will be working in a new world with other people all over the world. So, for example, in Segula, we have multicultural teams in France working with Asia, India, US. In Morocco, for example, in Tunisia, we have international teams. So this is not really new, but it will be really growing, I would say, in the next few years. And here we will also need to have new kind of engineers, like worldwide engineers or travelers engineers. The third one, and not the least actually, would be to have responsible engineers. Again, the world is changes. Today we have to work with more responsible things and to take into account the environment, to take into account diversity, inclusion. And this is the challenge for engineers tomorrow. So they will have to handle that, and this will become also their responsibility.
And from what you see, which engineering sector is booming right now?
I would say easy answer is all of them are booming. But definitely the automotive industry is really transforming. We go from thermal reactors to hydrogen and battery with lithium high-end batteries to have electrical vehicles, to have hybrid vehicles. So this is a main issue and a main challenge for tomorrow that we have to face. And this is also enforced by law and all the regulation, especially in Europe. But always, and in all the other countries, this is really coming. So automotive business is really in this phase of transformation. The same thing is happening for aerospace. Basically, we have aircrafts that really needs to be transformed to be lighter with the right materials, but also to use decarbonized energy. So this is also something that is really booming. And I would say don't worry about the specialization that you have for people who are listening to us. You can find a job that really fits your skills in every and each sectors of the industry, because we still need to have mechanical engineers. We still need to have conception engineers, design engineers. So even if, as I say, the tech part, the software part, the data part is really moving because this is brand new.
Sonia, would you say that the company website is the best resource for candidates to get this information, or are some of these things offline? I guess my question is, how can candidates do their homework in the best way?
Yes. So you have to go on different media, actually. You can go on the career website, of course. You will find a lot of information. You can also talk to friends of you that are working within Segula. So if you go to your LinkedIn profile, for example, you will find some relation that you have people working in the company, and you can ask them. And actually, this is true for all the companies. You can have this offline information as well. And also, one thing that is very interesting to me as an engineer is, and I want to share that with you, engineers, is again to look at every innovation that you see on the company. Look at what the company is doing in terms of patents, in terms of partnerships. So do they have projects on their own with their engineers? It will give you a clear vision of where the company is doing and what is the strategy. And of course, you can meet with us. You can meet with companies where you go to conferences, for example. And in this occasion, you will be able to meet with managers, with recruiters, with engineers. So this is also one very good way to understand the company, is to meet with our people.
Sonia, what do you think is the best possible way to get past this initial scenario and get noticed by talent acquisition?
Yeah, the initial stage, yes, maybe the most difficult for candidates to apply for engineers. And usually I have to say, when you start to find a job, it's less true for experts and for experienced people, but for young people, for the newcomers in the company, it may be difficult. So they really have to get advice on website. You really have to make the difference to make sure that you know the company and you put that into your resume. We're looking for not specific technical skills, but we are looking for, of course, technical skills, but also the mindset. We really need to have, as I said, ambitious people, innovative people, people that are really open-minded. And this is something that you could highlight on your resume. So don't hesitate to do it, because that is what makes you different. Also, to make it happen, I would say to make sure that someone calls you back from the acquisition team, you also have to maybe compare what are the keywords that we have on our job descriptions and what you have on your resume. It has to match as much as possible. So if you do that, I'm sure that you will be contacted by one of our talent acquisition specialists.
And finally, could you give any advice for a successful application at Segula?
Yes, of course. If you want, one advice is to think about what we call in France the pari. So the P is for proximity, the A is for ambition, the R is for responsiveness, and the I is for innovation. And this is really what it means for us. So I'm sure that you will be able to have the good keywords and to understand what you can bring, but also what the company can bring to you. We also receive a lot of candidates and application every day in our talent acquisition teams. They are really willing to welcome you. So again, really don't hesitate to apply on our website.
Thank you so much, Sonia Foss, Deputy Director of Human Resources at Segula, for your insights into these new challenges faced by engineers. Don't hesitate to discover the other episodes of this mini-series.